The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. The mother of Jesus and his brothers arrived at the house. Standing outside, they sent word to Jesus and called him. A crowd seated around him and told him, "Your mother and your brothers and your sisters are outside asking for you." But he said to them in reply, "Who are my mother and my brothers?" And looking around at those seated in the circle, he said, "Here are my mother and my brothers. For whoever does the will of God is my brother and sister and mother." The Gospel of the Lord. When the communists defeated southern Vietnam during the war, they immediately arrested the Archbishop of Saigon, a man by the name of Van Tan Thun. While in solitary confinement, the Archbishop would make a cross out of wood. He fashioned it out of scraps that he found around the camp, and he would make a little cross. When St. Joan of Arc was set ablaze, when she was eventually executed, but her last request was, "Tell that priest to hold up a cross so I can see it above the flames." When John Fisher was imprisoned by Henry VIII during the Protestant Reformation in England, he was imprisoned in the Tower of London, and he would, in that prison cell, on the stones, he carved a cross, which you can still see it if you go to the Tower of London today. You begin to see a pattern in Christian history. Whenever we are persecuted, whenever we are suffering and in deep pain, our fellow brothers and sisters look to the cross for hope. That is why in our sanctuaries you will always see the cross up front and center. St. Thomas Aquinas, the great saint we remember today, one of the most brilliant minds we've ever had in all of Christianity, 13th century saint. He was given a talk upon the cross. And Thomas Aquinas beautifully said that in the cross, every single devotion and virtue is there. Every single virtue is on that cross. Obedience. Behold, nothing more obedient than the Son of God offering his life to the Father. Patience. Our Lord endured mighty patience upon that cross. Love. There was no greater love than to lay down one's life for one's friends. Oh, when the saints see the cross, what they see is that they see beyond the mere human pain of our life here on earth, and they see the glory of God manifested through that sign. Oh, I'm telling you, no matter what we endure, gaze upon that cross. When the Archbishop was eventually freed, John Paul II invited the Archbishop of Saigon back to the Vatican and made him a cardinal. Cardinal Thun would eventually take that cross that he had carved in that prison camp, and he would use that as his pectoral cross. Remember, bishops wear a cross as a sign of their office. And he would hold that cross every day in his freedom to remember what Christ gave him.